every person, on our team. If you're saying it's not me, it's you. That's what I told the team. That's what I have to subscribe to. We say we want to win games, so we have to do the things necessary to win games. Until that happens, we will lose games.
A week ago, it was Brian Callahan who was fired by the Titans on a Monday afternoon. I will be watching the phone. I will be watching any and all resources available to me for the news that Mike McDaniel has been fired today. I'm not predicting it. I'm not reporting it. I just think that anyone that has any common sense and experience covering the NFL, following the NFL, it's 1-6. It's the low point for the Dolphins. They were blown out 31-6 by the 1-5 previously Cleveland Browns. And I said last night on Football Night in America, Stephen Ross, the owner of the Dolphins, wanted to give Mike McDaniel and GM Chris Grier the entire year. Games like yesterday will change that. And Ross has fired 4 coaches, 2 of them during the season, Tony Sparano and Joe Philbin. Philbin was fired only 4 games into the season 10 years ago. I feel like it's coming after yesterday. How can it not be? And the only reason it wouldn't is because it's impossible for the rational mind to predict the behavior of the irrational. But Barry Jackson, the Miami Herald, ripping Stephen Ross for spending too much time on his real estate empire, not enough time on his football team. It's just fallen apart, and it's obvious. And I don't know where it goes from here. They've got the Falcons next weekend, then they have a short week game against the Ravens. And then that little mini bye, I don't know. Do you give McDaniel another game or 2? I don't know. It feels like it's over at this point.
It was ugly yesterday. I mean, definitely ugly. And of course, I think the worst performance of the year by the Dolphins offense. And that's where you look at Mike McDaniel, and that's what he's been famous for. And that's part of the reason I've argued it shouldn't be him, with his head on the chopping block. It should be a little bit more Chris Grier.
I think it's everybody.
But it's everybody. Yeah, I hear you. That's where we're at. Nothing looks good. The defense is a disaster. The Tua is regressing and gone the wrong way. There's no Tyreek Hill. There's Devon Achane continues to be a positive spot on the offensive side of the ball. But, we don't see Jalen Waddle much, right? He's supposed to be a big-time player for them.
One catch for 15
right.
yards.
Where does that go? There's no passing game to be spoken of. We went into the game yesterday knowing there was not high expectations. Tough defensive-type game on the grass field, in the elements of Cleveland. That's just the opposite of positive things for a guy like Tua or the Dolphins and under Mike McDaniel. And of course, that's what happened yesterday.
I wonder if Jalen Waddle was one of the guys Tua was referring to last week, because you weren't on Thursday when we talked about this. We broke down the Tua Wednesday press conference, and somebody very deftly asked him, who are the leaders on the offensive side of the ball? Because he wasn't saying any, we're moving on.
Right.
But he starts rattling off names of leaders.
And he didn't say
He didn't say Waddle.
Yeah, right. I caught that too. I know. It's
anybody who wasn't mentioned, he mentioned Aaron Brewer, Austin Jackson, Devon Achane, and then nobody.
Yeah.
And so anybody that wasn't mentioned is potentially among the people who weren't showing up for the player-only meetings. But, and we posted something earlier today, too. Mike McDaniel talking about Tua's performance yesterday, 3 interceptions. He said everything's on the table. And I didn't put the words in his mouth. You say everything's on the table. What's on the table? Everything. What's not on the table? Nothing. I can't imagine him being benched, but I feel like they need to take a look at this, because it just really did seem like the lowest point we've seen this organization at under Mike McDaniel. And I feel like McDaniel and Grier, it just seems like the next logical step.
Yeah.
And by the way, McDaniel said he refuses to spend any time thinking about his job. He's focused on doing his job. He's not thinking about his job security.
They got physically whooped. They had a fumble on a kick return, short field. They threw a pick 6. He threw 3 interceptions on the day. Not a good look for the Miami
And the Browns,
Dolphins.
the Browns in their brown uniforms, they're 2-0.
Yeah. They're tough. I wouldn't want to see Cleveland. Definitely not. With that defense, right? They make a play or two, and all of a sudden you're like, uh-oh, we're in a game here.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.